very serious.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven, and today I wanted to do a pregnancy update video. This is kind of just like a part 2 to the pregnancy Q&A video that I filmed before. We answered a lot of questions in that video, and that's definitely a good video to check out if you are interested in my pregnancy and everything. I'll put the link down below. But I kind of wanted to follow up and just do an update video, answer some more questions, touch on some things that I didn't get to touch on in that video, and yeah, just give you guys an update. There was a few major things that I didn't get to touch on in that video that I really wanted to focus on in this video, and therefore I kind of have like a little disclaimer that I want to say before I get into those topics. Basically, I just wanted to say that there are really only 3 reasons why I have a YouTube channel in the first place. The first reason that I ever even wanted to be a YouTuber or make YouTube my job or anything like that was because I really wanted to inspire others. And specifically, I wanted to inspire other young girls out there who were like me. I felt like when I was growing up, I know that sounds cheesy, but I felt like when I was growing up, I didn't necessarily have a lot of good realistic role models to look up to. Of course, there was always celebrities and movie stars and things like that, but it's not very realistic because their life was not the same as mine. They're totally on a different caliber as me. I didn't really just have a girl like me that I could feel like I could relate to and look up to. So I really felt like when YouTube kind of became more popular and being a YouTuber became something that you could do as a job, that I really wanted to use it to be a realistic, honest, truthful role model that other girls could look up to. And I didn't want to come off as like an untouchable celebrity or someone who was out of your league or someone you couldn't talk to or someone you couldn't relate to. I really wanted to be someone that you could actually relate to, but still learn something from, whether it's inspiring you guys through hair, makeup, and fashion, or inspiring you guys just in life, just by watching my journey, me sharing my journey with you guys, whether it be my acne journey, my pregnancy journey, my journey through relationships, my journey through school, anything like that. I just wanted to be able to inspire you guys and show you guys that, you know, life is hard, but life is not impossible. And if I can do something, you can do it. And kind of going along with that, the second reason why I wanted to have a YouTube channel was to basically educate my audience. So if I can teach you something, I feel like I'm doing something right. So if I can teach you how to put on makeup, teach you how to do your hair, teach you how to dress, all those things, of course, but also, like I said, teach you stuff about life as well. Of course, I'm only 22 years old. I'm still learning about life. I don't really have that much to teach you guys about life, but I feel like just me sharing my journey alone is a learning experience for me and you. It is a way that you can learn through my mistakes, learn through my journey, learn through what I've been through, so that maybe you don't make the same mistakes, or if you find yourself in a similar situation, you have someone to relate to and someone to kind of virtually turn to. And of course, reason number 3 is that it pays the bills. Me about to be a mother and have a whole nother human being to take care of and worry about, obviously money and finances are super, super important, and you always want to make sure that you have that in check. And I, for one, have always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and that's what being a YouTuber is. You work for yourself, you are your own brand. So me being able to be a YouTuber and provide for myself as well as my child is really the best thing that I could ever ask for. So thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, watching my content, supporting my content. It helps in more ways than one. So just keep that in mind as I answer these next questions. The first question or topic that I wanted to address in terms of updating you guys on my pregnancy was the topic of my whole depression and anxiety and the whole thing whenever I took that break away from YouTube. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, you know, I'm just explaining myself. Oh, you don't have to explain yourself. That's a comment that I get a lot, is you don't have to explain yourself. But in a way, I feel like I do have to explain myself, because if not, then rumors just run wild and people get confused and people get, you know, bad things happen when you don't know the truth. So I really want to take this time to kind of explain this little story. Basically, the question that I was getting was, did I take a hiatus from YouTube because I was pregnant and then just try to cover it up by saying that it was because of my depression? Or was it really just my pregnancy that was causing my depression in the first place? Or did I really just go to my parents' house because I was pregnant, but then I came back and I did this video and blah, blah, blah. So it's basically all this speculation, kind of just saying that I was lying about the whole depression, anxiety story, about how I went to the hospital for it and how I went to the psychiatric ward and stuff like that. They were saying, oh, were you just covering up your pregnancy because you didn't want to talk about your pregnancy at that time? The answer is no, and I would hope that most of you guys would already know that. When I went away during that time, which was in August, and I took that month off, it was not because I was pregnant. It was not because I was hiding my pregnancy from you guys or because I was depressed about being pregnant or anything like that. It was truly because I have been struggling with depression and anxiety, like I said in my video, since I can remember. I've always struggled with depression and anxiety. It's definitely a very real and very serious thing that I deal with and that I would have been dealing with anyway. And so I went away to my parents' house. I got checked into the hospital. I was having panic attacks. All that stuff was very real and very true. And it was not a cover-up story for my pregnancy at all. So if you watch my depression and anxiety video and you feel like I'm being facetious about anything in that video, trust me, I'm not. That video is 100% true. So I just wanted to clear that up. Also, people just kind of wanted to know in general if my pregnancy has been affecting my depression and anxiety. Obviously it has been affecting it because when you're pregnant, it's an emotional roller coaster no matter what. Whether you're having good feelings, bad feelings, anxious feeling, nervous feeling, being pregnant is basically gonna give you all those feelings. I mean, I think that's pretty normal. So that's what I've experienced as well. But honestly, for the most part, being pregnant and thinking about my future and thinking about having this child is a happy thing for me. It's something to definitely look forward to. It's something to give me purpose in life. It's something to just be happy about. So overall, even though it is an emotional roller coaster, overall, I would say that it actually helps my depression in a sense. I wouldn't necessarily say that it helps my anxiety because obviously there's so much to be nervous about when you're expecting your first child. So that is a little bit difficult. But I do take all natural vitamins to help with my anxiety and with my depression overall. That was another question that people wanted to know. How am I medicating myself if I'm pregnant? You know, isn't that dangerous? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not on medication. I'm on all natural vitamins, which are safe for pregnant women, completely safe, completely, you know, all natural. I had mentioned at one point an actual prescription medication, but I don't actually take that medication. That was something that was prescribed to me and recommended to me, but I decided not to go that route. I decided to go down the natural route. So I just take vitamins, and of course I also take my prenatal vitamins, and that's what I do. So I don't take any prescriptions or anything that is going to interfere with my pregnancy. And the other question that I wanted to address in this video was about the topic of co-parenting. Obviously, that's a hot topic on my channel right now because of everything that has been spilled out now, I guess you could say. Yes, I am a single mom. I guess that's the best, most basic way that you can put it. I am not dating Chris. I am not with Chris. I do not live with Chris. I have never lived with Chris. As you guys know, Chris is the father of my child. You guys have seen him in my vlogs. You guys have seen him in the pregnancy Q&A. You guys know who he is. Well, probably most of you do anyway. And yes, that is the father of my child, but he is not my boyfriend, and he is not someone that I'm with in that sense, in terms of a relationship, and I do not live with him. So when it comes to parenting, of course, we are still both going to parent our child, but we are not in a relationship. And so that's called co-parenting, and that is the situation that I'm in, or what I am going to be doing. I know a lot of my viewers kind of just assumed that I was going to be dating and living with him, and we're gonna get married and we're gonna do this whole, you know, traditional thing. But that is not actually the case. So I did want to just once and for all put that out there. I am actually planning to move back to Austin, which is my hometown, which is where all my family is. My mom, my dad, my sister, my grandma, my aunt is there. So that's where really my main support system is. And as most people will tell you, when you're having a baby, especially having your first child, especially with a newborn baby, you really want to be where your main support system is, and you want to have as much help around you as possible. For the most part, I'm out here in Dallas by myself, so it really wouldn't be a good idea to just stay in this loft in Dallas with a newborn baby. So yeah, I am going to be moving back to my hometown in Austin. I love Austin. That's where I grew up. I think it's a great city, and I think it's a great city to raise a child in as well. You guys will totally see the whole move and see my new apartment and stuff like that. I know it's kind of bittersweet because I haven't been in this apartment for that long, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Apartments are just apartments, you know, it's not the end of the world. So I will definitely be vlogging the whole thing, showing you guys my new apartment and everything like that. And speaking of my weekly vlogs, the last thing that I wanted to touch on in terms of my pregnancy and everything like that was, am I going to continue vlogging my journey, vlogging my pregnancy, talking about my pregnancy, showing you guys my journey, and am I going to show my child? I kind of touched on this in the other Q&A, but yes, I am going to continue sharing my entire journey with you guys. I know some people kind of feel iffy about that. They're like, you need to protect your privacy, you need to keep your business to yourself, you need to do that. And that is true to a certain extent, and I'm not always perfect when it comes to deciding what to share and what not to share and keeping my business to myself or not, or blah blah blah. It's kind of a hard balance to be a YouTuber and want to share my journey, share my experiences with you guys, share my feelings with you guys, but at the same time I don't want to put too much out there and I don't want it to come off the wrong way and blah blah blah. So it can be really hard to be smack dab in the middle of that and trying to figure out the best way to do it. But I am trying to do it. I am going to continue trying to do it and continue sharing my journey with you guys the best way that I know how. I mean, all I can do is just share my story the way that I know how to share it, because like I said in the beginning of this video, that is the reason why I made a YouTube channel, to share my story. And you never know who you could be helping, you never know who you could be inspiring by your story. So yeah, I am going to continue vlogging. Raise Week will continue going on, even when I move and stuff like that. It's going to continue going on. I'm not sure if I'm going to directly, because somebody asked me, am I going to like film my labor and delivery? It kind of just depends, I guess. Things might get too crazy and I might not have anyone, you know, with a camera or whatever, but I'm gonna try to. I guess I'm gonna try to film it for you guys, and then definitely I'm gonna continue vlogging after the baby is born, share the baby with you guys, share that whole journey with you guys and everything as well. So yeah, but yeah, with the whole, you know, moving and co-parenting and the whole situation, I mean, it's a lot going on. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a lot going on, but it's just something that, this is something I'm doing for the first time. I'm going through the process, you know, live with you guys. So there's some questions that I don't even know the answer to right now, to be honest, but that's why I'm going to continue making these update videos and continue vlogging and to continue sharing my journey with you guys so that those things can be answered along the way. But as of now, I think those are just the main things that I wanted to touch on for this video. Other than that, my pregnancy is going great. I'm having a really good, really healthy pregnancy. I haven't been having any bad side effects or sickness or anything like that. And at my last appointment, the doctor said that little baby bear is doing perfect, perfectly healthy, growing, kicking, doing all those things. I am 5 months along now, which is crazy to think, because it's like time goes by so fast. I only have 4 more months left. I feel good, I feel healthy, baby is healthy, and you know, that's all that really counts. So yeah, I guess that's it. If you guys have any more questions that you want me to answer for my next pregnancy update, or different topics that you want me to focus on in my next pregnancy update, definitely leave those down below. And other than that, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.